No? Are the recommendations approved?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. And we move on to agenda item 13, which is the Revenues and Benefits Policy Framework. And can I ask Councillor Piper to present the report, please?
Thank you, Leader. This is a review of all the policies within the Revenues and Benefits Service, and you'll see in the agenda that there's appendixes 1 to 8 contain details of those different policies. I'll touch on some of them. The corporate debt recovery policy now includes housing benefit overpayment recovery policy and additional information about how the recovery process is, and confirms that the Council is working towards a single view of debt to try to streamline the way in which we recover debt and to avoid some instances where we could be having different agencies pursuing the same people for debt. The council tax award discount policy is this really an attempt to try and look at empty properties in the borough and how we deal with council tax for empty properties. This allows us to levy a 100% premium on unoccupied, unfurnished properties after 1 year. That's currently 2 years where you can actually increase the council tax for empty properties, and levy a 100% premium on unoccupied but furnished properties from the day they first become unoccupied. The two together affect over 1,000 properties, and we'll get over £1.5 million increase in income. And actually, whilst the income is important, I do also think it's important that we do something about people who just leave properties empty while there's a massive housing shortage, to be honest. So, these changes on the non-domestic rates discretionary policy, about supporting small businesses, retail, hospitality and leisure relief and transitional relief are contained within that policy. The local welfare policy, previously amended during 22-23, using the Director of Finance's delegated authority to increase the number of awards from 2 to 3, saw this get a 100% increase in applications. And these really are for dealing with some people who are requiring emergency provision. We've updated the policy to include the change in a capital limit introduced. Currently, a resident could have a £16,000 and be in receipt of income support and be eligible for local welfare policy relief. Increasing the capital limit will ensure we can manage the funding, ensure it goes to those residents most in need. So if we increase it from 16,000 to capital limit of 3k, that can't be right, Julie. I shall have to check that out in the report. I'm sorry. Simone, have I got this wrong? Sorry, the local welfare policy, this says we do not have unlimited funds and a capital limit of 3k has been introduced to be eligible. Currently, a resident could have up to 16,000. So we're reducing it to 3,000. If we are, then we'll have far more people able to claim. Okay, that's what it says. Okay, I'll move the recommendations. Approval is given for the Revenue and Benefits Policy Framework for 23-24 and authorise the Director of Finance and Section 1 Fine Button Officer in consultation with the Cabinet Member for Finance and Resources to make the necessary change to policies during 23-24 due to the cost of living crisis and the changes to the Council Tax Award discount policy. And recommend the Council approve the Council Tax Award of discount policy as set out in Appendix 2. That doesn't necessarily mean we'll do it in this current financial year, but you have to give 12 months notice you're going to do it. So we're giving 12 months notice this year to allow us to do it from 24. Okay, I move.
Yeah, thank you, Councillor Piper. Before I move on to questions, can I just see if Simone would like to say something? Thank you, Simone.
Yeah, in terms of the savings limit, we're reducing the amount of savings that a resident is allowed to have for them to claim for a local welfare payment. So there were, before they could have up to £16,000 savings, we're now reducing that to £3,000. So that if they've now got up to £3,000 rather than 16.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I took it to mean in the first.
I think it seemed to be too good to be true, actually. I think that was it. So can I ask if there's any questions, please? Councillor
Leader,
Taylor?
if I may, I'm not actually clear on that point, so I'm just asking if it can be repeated again for me, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Simone? Thank you.
Sorry, that microphone isn't working. So we are reducing the savings limit that residents can have for them to be able to apply for a payment. So we did used to allow them to have up to £16,000 of savings. We're reducing that to 3. That's clear.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Councillor Moore?
You'll be relieved, Councillor Piper. My question's not about that or the budget for microphone batteries either. Could you tell me a bit more about the single-person viewer household debt? I'm really interested in it. When are you expecting us to be in a position where we've got that single view?
Sorry, I'll try it with the microphone. We would hope to be able to complete this within 12 months. They're currently gathering information from services outside of revenue benefits that collect debts on behalf of the council. That's given us information about our top debtors across the council, council tax, non-domestic rates and housing benefit overpayments. And we'll be trialling a different approach to dealing with those who have multiple debts with the council. However, debtors' information is held on multiple systems at the moment, which makes this work very time-consuming. Hopefully, when Oracle Fusion has been implemented, which I'm informed is going to be the answer to everybody's dreams, when Oracle Fusion is introduced, that should enable us to hold the debtors' information in a single place. So hopefully, the answer is within 12 months.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Councillor Piper, who really is not well today. But are the recommendations approved? Thank you all. Thank you. Can I move on to agenda item 14, which is the Sandwell local list of non-designated heritage assets?